Hey comrades, this is MySpace here, and so I'm going to be talking about another video about going into space yet again. So a couple of videos back I made another video about going to space. So I got another reason why we should go into space, on top of what I said before. Before I go on, consider checking out my other YouTube channel, Twilight City Studios. Recently, Neil deGrasse Tyson got into some beef with a rapper. The rapper's name is B.O.B. Uh, just that's it, B.O.B. And there's periods between each of the O's. Just each of the O, not O's. O. So it reminded me, it made me realize, like, it made me realize, hey, guess what? There's still people out there who believe in the flat Earth idea, the idea that the Earth is still flat, and including major figures or major minor figures like B.O.B here, people who have like an audience or, so stuff like that. So he took to Twitter saying this stuff. He also came out with a rap song, and then Neil deGrasse Tyson's relative, I forgot forgot what relative it was. I have the article pulled up here. Anyway, the point is that his relative Steve Tyson made a rap song responding to it. My point though is that what matters is that there's still people, including people with major influence like B.O.B here, who think the Earth is still flat. And so I know a great way we can, solve this problem. Going into freaking space. How about instead of being on this planet, we start developing space travel? Once we start developing space travel, we can put this finally to an end, because then we will know for certain that the Earth is not flat. Because you can obviously then go into space. If space is accessible to everyone, which it should be, because we should be at a point. I wish we were at a point in time already that we could just be able to go to space, travel freely like how we do with airplanes, But unfortunately, we're not there. And here's another reason why I wish that was the case, because then we could end this whole flat Earth thing. I've seen other videos about it from other people, and then there was debates between someone who opposed them, but this is the most high-profile example I've seen to date so far, because it involves someone named B.O.B, who's a somewhat popular rap figure, and I don't really know anything about B.O.B, so I'm just gonna look up his Twitter right now to see how many followers he has. He has 2 million followers. So this guy has a significant following. He has, he's not some random guy on YouTube like me who has like no subscribers or very little subscribers, or like below 1,000 subscribers or below 100,000 subscribers. This guy has over 2 million followers. So there's people following this guy, Yeah, I mean, there's people following this guy. He has the Illuminati thing in the Hollywood in the background. I don't know what that's all about. But probably some conspiracy theory thing right there. But yeah, I mean, like, this guy's got some he's got some influence. He's got over 2 million followers, and he makes music, so he makes media which can influence people based on his lyrics, and that's why we need to put an end to this. And how are we gonna fully put an end to this? By going to space, making space accessible for everyone. I wish this wasn't a problem. I wish we were already, if we weren't already there, we were already developing in a way to make it happen. And maybe we are, but I just don't see it yet. And it just frustrates me. Like I mentioned in the other video, it frustrates me how we haven't gotten to this point yet, or we haven't gotten closer to this point yet. There isn't much information on it. And like, honestly, the whole flat Earth thing, again, it would be solved if everyone could go into space. Why? Simple. Because if everyone could go into space, they could see the Earth for themselves, and whether it's not flat, and whether it's flat or not. They can finally just end the whole damn conversation once and for all. I mean, we've seen footage. People have shown evidence that the Earth is not flat, but then there's deniers out there who keep on denying that the Earth is not round, that it's flat, and they deny that evidence. Well, put them in a freaking spaceship, send them up into space, and let them see for their own eye, because they're not going to be convinced any other way unless you put them in a freaking spacecraft and send them up into space and let them see it for themselves. And that's why I wish there's another reason why we should have space travel already in like in a science fiction way, like hundreds of years into the future, decades into the future, to the point where everyone could go up into space, could be able to go up into space and be like, oh yeah, the Earth is round or spherical. It's not flat. So comrades, when you're watching this video, think about that. Think about how we have that potential, and we should be having people be able to go into space as if we were flying on airplanes, going from commutes from to the moon back to the Earth, to Mars, back to the Earth, and you just seeing that would get out of people's heads the idea of a flat Earth, because then they see there is no flat Earth, and then the whole hypothesis of the flat Earth is no more, because people can see with their own eyes, like, oh yeah, the Earth is not flat, it's spherical. When you get into an argument with a person who is a flat earther, remember that. Remember about space travel. Let's make space travel happen, people. Let's make it happen. I think it's been too late, it's been quite too long, and we need to get on that. We need to get on it now. So, I'm MySpace. Thank you for watching. Also, check out my other YouTube channel, Twilight City Studios. This is all for this video. Think about space travel. Think about space exploration. Think about the future.